So next command is find element. This we have used, right? So what it does, it's a method, and what it does, it finds first element in the web page of that locator, of the given locator. It finds first element within the current web page using given locator. Okay, and the syntax for this is driver dot find element by dot locator, and then your locator value. And then Webdriver command, any command you want to use. Okay. Next is your find elements. Find elements will find all the element within the current web page using the given locator. It finds all element within the current web page using given locator. So if I get all the elements where I can store that, where I can store that, guys?
Array.
In list, right?
Without find elements.
Yeah, driver dot find elements.
By dot locator, that will be
By
same,
dot,
right?
that will be same. Just that the difference, element will find only one element, and elements will find all the elements of given locator. By dot locator, then value. Where all those values will be stored? That is what my question is.
Yeah, I said array.
Array.
List.
Yeah, yeah. So list, it will be stored in list.
List, correct.
Yeah. Arrays are not used, Disha. I mean, we mostly use list collection.
Collection.
You will not see any static array here, because those we require the dynamic, right? Arrays are static.
Yes, yes, understood.
List of web element. We will see that in example. So element. Okay. If the find element does not get the item, right, given in the locator, what it will throw? It will throw an exception. Okay, exception might be no such element exception, or element not visible exception, or element not visible exception. But in case of find elements, you get 0. It does not throw exception. Does not throw exception. If there are no elements of that given locator, it will return you 0. Okay, let's try this. So let's see, I am having so these are all links in this facebook.com page, right? And tag name for these links are A. Okay, now let's run one scenario. Help me, guys, with this. Yeah, we have done a lot of programming in Java. Now, how will I navigate to facebook.com? Just tell me the commands one by one.
Driver.get in bracket URL of Facebook.
HTTP facebook.com. Okay. Now, let's say I am trying to look for the links in a this page. So for that, how will I do? How will I find that element? Driver dot find element by dot
ID.
not ID,
Last name,
Link
anything.
text.
tag name.
Link text. Or
No, tag name. We are just using the tag name here. We are not using the link text, the entire link text. We are using the tag name here. Yeah, and in that tag name I am giving A. Right. So I am finding the element. Okay, and that element I will just what I will do, I will just no, 1 second. Okay, so this I am doing using find element, and if I want to find all the links of that web page, then I will use find elements by dot tag name A. Okay, and this will return me the list of web element. List of web element. Okay, and I want to print all the links. So for that I will have to use one for each loop, advanced for loop. How will I use that loop?
for string s equals to string s colon e.
Why string s?
List web element. It is a web element. Yeah. So web element.
Web element, yeah.
Yeah, correct.
Element w colon e, and here in system.out.println I will w dot get text. So this will print me the all the links. Okay, and after this, let's say first link found. Okay, let's see if it works. Yeah, so once after the first link was found, it mentioned first link is found. Okay, and then when I put find elements, right? Then it got all the links, which is starting from the tag A. And those links were stored in the list, and then we iterated that list, and we got all the links here. Understood the difference between first link and then what we can do here? We can just click on that link, and then we can check whether the link is, because first link would be forgotten password. So dot click, and then if I go to that page, forgotten password, you will be moved to this page, right? Okay. So forgotten password, and then get driver dot get current URL. See, so okay, understood what I have done here? So I found the first link in the facebook.com page. I clicked on that link using dot click. Then I am trying to get the current URL, as in it moved to the next page, right? If I click on this forgotten password, I am moving to this page, right? And I am then capturing this URL, and then I am moving back to my facebook.com page, and then I am capturing all the links from here. Is it understandable, guys? Just
Yes,
have a look at the code again.
Yes.
Satara, is it understandable to you?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So let me close this session. Okay, I think this time,
knowing which one to click. This.
so this time this forgotten password link was not found first time. First link was not the forgotten password, so some other link. Okay.
Nitin, I'll drop off.
Yeah, please. Yeah. Okay, so let me do some change here.
Out, Nitin. Here we are giving tag name. We are not giving any specific URL, right? What does it look like? Does it take the first one?
Yeah, so by default, it used to take the first element. Okay, first element which is found using this locator. So let me do one thing. Let me try to give the entire XPath for this forgotten password. So Control F and then anchor tag. Okay, I'm getting this as first about, and about is where the about is
The footer.
footer क्या कहाँ पर है?
यहाँ पे था, about me.
Yeah. This is the one. Yeah.
हाँ.
Okay.
But actually, by logic, it should be first URL, right?
Yeah.
I mean, whichever, not for link. Sorry, not URL.
Yeah. So that is somewhat random, I think, because we are not getting that. So text okay, so I've written this XPath for forgotten password. Now let's try the first by dot XPath. Let's try this now. This time it worked. So it found the find element got the web object having this as locator, the first element having this as locator. Then it clicked, captured the current URL, and then printed the current URL. And then first link found was printed. Then we navigated back to our facebook.com page, and from here we are getting all the links. Understood, right? The difference between find element and find elements.
Yes, Nitin.
Naresh, any confusion here?
No, Nitin.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Moving on. Next comes your edit box related methods. Okay, so your first method here is send keys. Okay, we have to pass arguments. So basically it enters values into edit box or text box, right? And the syntax for this is driver dot find element by dot your locator and then value dot send keys. Okay, in send keys you will have to pass string value. Okay, next is clear. So basically it clears the value from the edit box or text box if there is any value we have already. Next is your dot click. So dot click it clicks an element. It could be a button, link, radio button, then checkbox. Okay. Next is your get text. So it get text. So how, if I have some text already there on the edit box, or if there is any text already there on the web page, how do I get that? So using get text I can get. So get text will return you the text. Okay, and then we have 21 is displayed. So this command is applicable for all web elements. Okay, it checks whether the element is displaying or not in the current web page. It checks whether the element is displaying or not in current web page. And it returns what? If the element is displaying, it will return the true. It returns Boolean result. If the element is displayed, then it returns true result. If element is not displayed, then it returns false result. Okay. And the syntax for this is Boolean variable equal to driver dot find element by dot locator, then value, then just is displayed. Okay, and then so send keys, you are comfortable, right? Don't have to show. We will use send keys to send the values in edit box.
Text into the
Yeah. clear will clear. So this we can try. So let's say id is email, and after opening this facebook.com, I am driver.find element by dot id dot send keys. We will try send keys and then we will clear it. That's anything. And then I am clearing driver dot find element by dot id email dot by dot id, and then let's say I want to take the text. So driver dot find element by dot id email dot get text. Okay, and this I am storing in string text, and then system dot out dot println text. And this, let's say after this also I am so after clearing this also I am just capturing the text one. Okay, so remove this all. Okay, so first I am sending the value to edit box, then I am getting the text from that edit box, printing the text, then I am clearing the text box, and again I am checking the if the text is there or not. Okay, let's run this and see. So fast. Why did not print anything?
Can we use the debugger to check?
1 second. So Okay, got that. Yeah. So what is happening here? This get text is actually applicable for the labels. It's not applicable for the edit box. So here I have a label, right? A button. So the text is already there. So that it can read. It cannot read the values from here, from edit box or from text box.
Okay.
Okay. So that's where it failed. Anyways, so send keys is clear, right? Send keys will send the keys to the edit box. Get text will take the text from the elements other than your text box, and then it will print. And this clear will clear the field of the edit box. So this will fail actually. Okay, now so Naresh, you there, right?
Yeah, Nitin, I'm there.
Okay. So moving on. So get text is done. Is displayed. Yeah. Now we will check about is displayed status. So we will see this email field only. So here driver dot find element by dot id email dot is displayed. Okay, so if the item is displayed, it will return me true boolean. I would say status and print the status. Okay, so here I am checking if the item is displayed or not. It says true. So item is displayed on a web page. Similar to this, we have one more command that is called is enabled. And what it does is enabled. So again, it is applicable for all web elements, and it checks whether the item element is enabled or not. Right? Enabled as in
Enable as in the button is disable enabled, right?
yeah,
So-
enable as in you can perform any action or not on that.
Correct, correct. Yeah.
Item might display, that element might display, like the button is displaying, but you cannot, it's just displayed. And enable will check whether you can perform any action or not on that. Okay, and the same, we have same,
If Nitin, if there is a checkbox,
Mhm.
then there also we can check, right?
Yeah,
I
so for
mean,
checkbox, we
if it
have
is checked or not.
three methods applicable. First is displayed, second is enabled, and third is selected.
Hmm.
Okay, so is displayed will check if the item is displaying or not. Is enabled will check whether you can select that or not. And is selected will get the current status of that checkbox. If it is selected, it will give you true. If it is not selected, it will give you false. I was coming to that point after this is enabled. So is enabled, we have it's similar to this is displayed only, and then it is applicable for all web elements, and then it checks whether the item, whether the element can be used to perform actions or not in current web page. If enabled, then true. If not enabled, then false. and similar to this I am having is enabled. Okay, where I will use these methods, any idea where I will use these methods, why they've given these methods here? So
Enabled
Hmm.
will use before performing any operation on that. Check before that and
Yeah, right. So let's say you are trying to click on checkbox and that checkbox is not displayed itself or that is not enabled itself. So you will have to perform some as in like you will have to check the current status of that checkbox. Then only you can continue doing the operations on that. Otherwise it will throw an exception. Right? If the item, let's say, is not displaying and you are trying to work on that web element, then it will throw you the exception. Yeah. So is displayed and then is enabled. So we can use is enabled also here. Instead of this, I will just display status dot is enabled. And this will give you Boolean result. Enabled status. And here I am printing display status and then okay. So status yeah, so we are getting true for both. So my text box is displayed also and is enabled also. And then I can, if it is enabled, I can send the keys. So here I can write condition, right? If my enabled status dot enabledstatus dot right, so equal to true, then only send the keys, right? So likewise I can put the condition my enabled status is true, then only send the keys.
Okay, understood.
Likewise you can use these display or enabled methods. Now moving on, next is your is selected. So is selected, it is selected. It is actually applicable only for radio buttons and checkboxes. And it checks whether the element is selected or not, right? And it returns Boolean result. And it returns Boolean result. Okay, so that also we will see. Let's go to create new account page. And here let me do one thing.